Welcome students. Today let's look at an interesting tussle between a state government and couple of public sector banks. Let's examine what is the reason behind it, and along with that let's learn things that are relevant for examination so that we can grasp this situation to utilize something knowledgeable and also which could be utilized in examination. Without any delay, let me explain about the issue about why Karnataka government is now cutting ties with a couple of public sector banks by name State Bank of India and Punjab National Bank. Why is it so? To understand the story, it started almost 10 years ago. Two corporations or two departments of Karnataka government, one is Industrial Development Board Karnataka Industrial Development Board, which had its deposits with Punjab National Bank, and it was worth around 13 crores. And the similar thing happened with what Punjab National Bank and this Industrial Development Board had. The similar tussle happened between Karnataka's Pollution Control Board which around had some 10 crore rupees at Mysore branch of SBI. Listen carefully, what happened with these two accounts in those two banks is very important. So both the banks found similar discrepancies that after 10 years, these amounts were fixed deposits. And once the fixed deposit tenure ended and it was matured, then suddenly Punjab National Banks could not find the amount which is equivalent to the maturity amount, and it was way short than what it was. Now Karnataka government was asking what happened. They have settled that amount with a private person's loan. Some other industrialist or some private person has taken a loan, and this 13 crores were utilized to settle them. My friend, how could you do that? And now, if it has been done this way, then with SBI, similar kind of transactions happened in Mysore branch. That the amount of 10 crores were settled for another loan. Can that discrepancies be allowed? Will that create confidence among the depositors? Now the question is definitely not an yes. It might not be no either. Now the Karnataka government reached court. The matter is in sub judice. What does sub judice mean? Which is under consideration of judiciary. And it has been languishing for 10 years. Imagine after the fixed deposit, the maturity amount, if it is settled with another interest of 10 years, it could easily be doubled. But still, it could be 13 plus 13, even if you think by it with interest, it might be 26, 27 crores with Punjab National Bank and maybe 20, 25 crores with SBI. Now, after 10 years, as the situation was not amicably settled or not even in courts, Karnataka took an interesting decision. Karnataka government, it has issued an order with a deadline of September 20. If it's not done till then, the government's all transactions, it has issued directions to all the departments, all the public sector units under state government, not to use SBI or Punjab National Bank for its transactions. It directed to withdraw all the amount that has been with these two banks and deposit using another networks. It sounds slightly more aggressive statement. Isn't it so aggressive? Is it something SBI can afford for just 20 odd crores and Punjab National Bank for this amount? Can they actually think about losing the transactions which account for almost 6% of total transactions that happen in Karnataka, which is very huge? How does stock market react to that? Now, understanding all these things, you need to understand what is the considerably an alternative option for government, because rural areas can't be served without SBI or other public sector banks. So now the thing you need to be focusing on, which might be useful for your examination as well, it may impact financial inclusion, as government, even the Congress government there, has been involving in a lot of direct benefit transfers, maybe with electricity bills, free bus, or transferring 2,000 rupees for women. All these things, will they be possible with SBI not being included, Punjab National Bank not being included, who have significant amount of rural branches? So this financial inclusion is an important topic under which it will be useful for your examination. Now, they have two options. One is with Canara Bank, which is Karnataka. I mean, we can't say it's Karnataka based, but it was founded in Karnataka, so it has a lot of rural branches as well. Another one, this is interesting, postal network. There is one network which is having more penetration than any other network when it comes to financial inclusion, is this postal bank. You might find a village or an arena where banking is not being accessed, but still post office would be there. Post office has reached almost every nook and corner of the country. So if you can say, if there's an institution which has been very much instrumental than any other bank, any other financial institution, then it is postal department. So this is an alternative. This is one side of it. So another thing that banks might find it tough to deal with is the situation of bank run. Of course, it is too much to expect with only 6%, but it is dangerous thing. It's also relevant for your examination. That's why I'm explaining it. It might be a dangerous situation which might trickle, because it's questioning the confidence of utilizing your money without your permission, which is illegitimate. Okay. Now, the third thing that might be relevant for examination is about the liquidity crunch which public sector banks might experience if government doesn't start its transactions or cuts off its transactions. Something. After these concepts, you need to focus on what happened. Did SBI and Punjab National Bank react differently after this? At least now they said they are in touch with Karnataka government and they would go for an amicable resolution. So this is how, if the court is not delivering faster justice, or at least within time, it's been a decade that it's not been resolved. So alternative dispute resolution. You need to understand what alternative dispute resolution is. This mechanism provides either arbitration or some kind of mechanism which is out of court settlement, which doesn't mean it is a random arbitrariness. It is arbitration but not arbitrary. The alternate dispute resolution mechanism is very much instrumental in disposing of the pending cases and making sure in India at least some kind of justice is served and restoring the confidence of people back that some law and order and rule of law exists. Again, it's an interesting thing that we started today. We will end with something that rule of law will be upheld. We hope that it would go better with both the government entities, and here government is acting as a pressure group, putting pressure on what could be the situation if things are not amicably resolved. So to end the story with this, we need to understand that it is government who has been the largest supporter of financial inclusion. So it can't step back and say we put up fight with public sector units. At the same time, it may be the bureaucracy, it may be the members who are part of public sector banks, maybe managers. They need to be careful enough to restore the confidence, because if government doesn't trust the public sector units, how would a common man would? So let's hope things would settle in no time. Another day, I'll be back before you with an interesting topic again. Till then, it's time to say thank you.